Hi everyone, I hope that you had a couple of restful days over our fall break last week, and I'm here with you at our last weekly update video. We have 2 weeks of class left, but I decided to lump them into this one video because we'll be working on the same things. And before we jump into that, I just wanted to take a chance to commend you for all of your hard work this semester. I know that this semester has been challenging for a variety of reasons, and you all have persevered and you have put in so much time and energy and effort amidst all kinds of hardship. And I think that that is so amazing. And it's been so great working with you and learning and seeing you all grow. And I just really appreciate your time and dedication this semester. And you should really give yourselves a pat on the back and a much needed break because you've been working so hard. So in line with that, we're going to get talking about our last tasks for English 102. So I do want to remind you that our all late, missed, and ignored work is due Sunday, December 6th by 11:59 p.m. And you can check what you may be missing by clicking over here on your grades. Sorry, the sun is blinding me. And you will see feedback from me here that either says on time, late, missed, or no submission. If you have any assignments that say no submission, those are the ones that you want to pay close attention to because you're only allowed to have one ignored assignment where you have not submitted anything in order to maintain your B. So please take some time to look at your grades and see where you're at. And I would also encourage you to review the grading contract so that you can remind yourself what you need to have for maintaining your B in the class and if you're working towards a higher grade. And you can view that here. My computer will cooperate, it's going slow, by looking at the grading chart. So to maintain your B, you have to have 12 of 16 weekly discussion posts, 10, you can have up to 10 late assignments, up to 5 missed assignments, and again, only 1 ignored assignment. And you don't have to do any additional labor to maintain your B. If you have missed more assignments or you have done extra, that's also great. But please take the time to review this information and let me know if you have questions. So jumping into week 15 and week 16, we will be working on our last project, which is our final reflection, which we can see here on the labor number 4 project handout. So what is labor number 4? We're doing a final reflection. We started with a letter, we're finishing with a letter, and we're going to think about what we've learned and how we've grown this semester. So it's due Wednesday, week 16 by 11:59 p.m. and that's a firm deadline, so please be sure to get it submitted. This letter asks you to think about what you've been doing this semester and show that as well. So you may include examples from your own writing and things like that. I recommend that so you have 4 kinds of knowledge to reflect upon. I recommend responding to at least 4 to 5 questions from each section. So the first is self-knowledge. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Self-knowledge means paying attention to how you're developing as a writer. So look at what you've learned this semester about your own writing practices, any changes, how did you approach different assignments, etc. The second area to address is content knowledge. So this refers to what you've learned about different subjects this semester. So we've read a variety of things. You have been doing a ton of research. We read different genres. We talked about different parts of different pieces of literature. What are the things that stood out to you, and what kinds of new perspectives might you have gained? The third area is writing knowledge. So writing knowledge asks you to think about your moves as a writer and also both your audience and purpose, It also, things like editing, MLA, what kinds of rhetorical choices are you making as a writer? The last area is critical knowledge or judgment. So this asks you to identify strengths and weaknesses and think about what you like in your writing and what needs improvement. So what do you think is the best paper you wrote this semester? What kind of role has feedback played on your assessments of your work? If you had more time on the essays, what would you do? What are the most important things for you to work on as a writer, and how do you expect to use what you've learned in the course in the future? So this is our last task, and you will have the next week and a half to work on it. It's our last writing task, I should say. So there are a couple of non-writing tasks. The first is this course improvement survey, which I will show you. I'd like you to complete that Wednesday by 11:59 p.m., week 15. And this course improvement survey, which you can link to right here, is anonymous. I never see your name associated with your responses, and I don't even get the feedback until long after the semester has ended. So I use this information to help improve the class for the future, and I really appreciate your insight this semester because we're in this weird online environment. So what things worked for you and what things didn't. You can see the questions. You're asked to evaluate the course, and there's room for you to respond written format too. The instructor, that's me, and there is room for you to provide feedback here, and then also your own contributions to the class. So again, this is just used for me to help improve the course. It's totally anonymous, and it really does help me to make changes for future semesters, so I appreciate your feedback. The other thing, which is in week 16, is the labor-based grading contract survey. As you know, this is my first semester doing the labor-based grading contract. The responses to this survey are anonymous, and they will be used to help me adapt and improve labor-based grading contract practices in the class. So I've just got some basic questions for you to respond to. Pretty simple, shouldn't take you a lot, like a couple minutes maybe. And then if you want to type any of your own suggestions. And that is due at the last day of class, 11:59 p.m., Friday, December 11th. So I would appreciate your feedback there too. And if we are looking at our labor number 4 project handout, that is it. You do have the option of some additional labor in week 15 if you contact me via email to discuss your grade so that we can make sure we're on the same page. And once you have completed all of those things, the class is wrapped up for you. I will be working on grading and responding to your feedback and things like that. But if you have questions over the next week and a half, please let me know. And once again, thank you for all of your hard work, and I look forward to learning with you in future semesters.